afternoon to Gerry Lampasona, the assistant coach of Kingborough Lions United Football Club's NPL team for 2017, and Danny Cowen, who will be the captain for the 2017 season. Welcome back to Kingborough Lions. Both of you have been here before. Gerry.
Yes.
You did have a year off last year.
I did.
Why have you come back now?
Look, I didn't have any intentions on coming back, that's for sure. I mean, I bought myself a little fishing boat and I was going to go fishing. And then I heard this rumour that the club was bringing in this new person from the mainland, 20-odd-year-old, new ideas. So I started to prick my ears a bit. And so I started listening, I started watching, and then the next thing I know I got a phone call saying, do you want to assist this young coach for the season? And I thought, what an opportunity. I mean, we've got some new ideas. The players were saying some really good things about what was happening. So I just wanted to get on board. So I put my dinghy sort of aside for a bit and I'll concentrate on football for the next 9 months.
Well done. But 3 weeks into it, with the training and what have you, training, coaching, engaging with Gabrielle, how do you think things are going? Oh,
look, I mean, 3 weeks in, I haven't regretted one bit coming back, that's for sure. I mean, I think the whole philosophy that Gabrielle is trying to bring to the playing group and to the club is certainly something that resonates with me. And what I'm impressed about is that Gabrielle isn't trying to offload all his knowledge in one hit. I mean, he's doing it in pieces. You know, he's just, people are wondering, where this is going, and he's doing it in bits and pieces. He knows that before he can get his playing philosophy up and running, he's got to get some fit people. He's tried to get them fit. He's given them 2 or 3 different ideas on how to play the game. We played a game just recently. We played a game yesterday, and that was the first time they had a hit out with this new philosophy. And he hasn't done a lot of work on how to play his philosophy. He's just done bits and pieces, and they did really, really well. I mean, for I reckon 25-30% of the time they carried it out beautifully. The rest of the time they were sort of finding their way, but we'll get there. Come the season start, we'll be ready.
So in a nutshell, would you say just more of the same as we've had from previous coaches, or a complete shift for Kingborough?
Well, I think you can gather that it's a complete shift. The playing style that you're going to see from Kingborough this season is going to be different to anything ever experienced in Tasmania, and that's what excites me. It's a completely different way of playing football to the way a lot of teams have been playing over the last 4 or 5 years, which is the old Dutch system. It's a very attacking system. We're here to entertain. We're here to score lots of goals. And while we're scoring goals, other teams can't score them. That's the philosophy.
All right, the limelight comes off Gerry now, and on to you, Danny. You've been playing NPL level football at Kingborough for 5 years. This will be your 5th year,
Yep.
Coming up to playing your 150th game through the season. Comment on the differences that you've seen just in the pre-season so far.
So far, it's been a huge difference. There's a new air of professionalism that the coaching staff and the committee have done an outstanding job to instill. We're training a lot harder than what we have in previous lead-ups to this time of year. The style is completely different to what we've played, and it's exciting. I know personally it's a good challenge to learn that new style and to take it on board, which I think will be good for my personal game and likewise for the individuals and the team. So it's a really good start, and it's good promising looking forward anyway.
So yesterday out in the park you looked fitter and faster than you've been for a long while. Do you attribute that to stuff you've got from Gabrielle, the drive he's given you, a vigour to lose some pounds and
for sure.
work on those things too, because it's a whole package for your game?
Yeah, well, like I said, we have been working really hard, and it's kind of spurred me on a little bit personally as well to train harder outside of training as well, to get myself at a level where I can see what I can really do under this new system, under a new coach that has gave us the full backing, myself and the players that are here, plus the players that have come in. We're forming a good squad now, so we're doing the hard work now, and it's starting to pay off early.
So question for both of you. Gabrielle is focusing on using a whole team to help the club team be successful. He's relying on the coaching staff and the leadership group to pull it all together. Why do you think he's doing that instead of just not saying, I'm the boss?
Okay. Basically, I think for this to be successful, we need everybody to buy into it. The whole team, the whole group, the whole club needs to buy into it. If we don't buy into it, well, then it's just another way of playing football. It needs heart. The way he wants us to play football, we need to play with heart. We need to play with belief. And if we have the leaders there driving the younger ones through, it'll happen, and people will believe. I'd love to see this system go drilled right down through the club. I mean, let's do one step at a time. Yeah.
And Danny?
For me, I think the leadership group is going to be so important this year, is because we've got such a young squad, especially with our challenge squad as well this year. We've got to be good role models for them and obviously lead by example. So to have that for the younger players to look up to and kind of draw from and learn from, and the new interstate players as well, they have to adapt and they have to feel like they're at home. So our leadership and our experience is going to be key for them, I think. So it'll be vital this year.
And talking about the new recruits, Gerry,
Yeah.
we've had some from overseas, some from the mainland, just some from elsewhere in Tasmania. How are they going? Fitting in, performing?
Look, it could have gone one or two ways. It could have been just a motley crew, and we could have just been a collection of different shapes in the one box, really. But surprisingly, it isn't. I mean, there's a really good feel in the group. We've got an international feel, we've got an interstate feel, but we've also got people that have come in from other clubs, from Tasmania as well. I mean, people said that when Gab came and he was going to install a bit of discipline around the area, that people were going to leave. Well, yeah, sure, some did leave, but others came. Others that could see that the work is going to get us somewhere came, and they're the ones we're going to work with. And we've got some young ones. We're blooding a 15-year-old in the squad now that's been in the club for the last. I remember my son playing with him when he was under 8s, I think. So. He's now playing seniors, and he had a tremendous game yesterday. He was certainly not out of place. So I think the gel. There's a lot of good banter in the group as well, which you need because it's a long season.
And a lot of competition in a good sense.
Absolutely. And I think people understand. And Danny would be the first one to understand. As captain, that doesn't guarantee him automatic selection week in, week out. I mean, the selection of the team is based on who we're playing, what style we need to play that day, who's in form, who's been performing on the training track, all sorts of things. So, and everybody understands that, and we play as a squad.
Now, we've started early for the pre-season. It's going to be a long season. What are your expectations, Gerry?
Look, my expectations are to win silverware for the club. I mean, I've been around this place for a long time now, and for too long we've always thought near enough's good enough. And personally, I don't think we've got near enough. We've got an opportunity here to really make a statement. And if we don't win it, we don't win it. But geez, that's our aim. That's our aim.
And Danny, expectations for the team, yourself, for the squad?
I think this year we've got a much more better foundation this year to go forward and win, like Gerry said. I expect that we make our home ground here a bit more of a fortress. I think we've got to make it harder for teams to come here. We want to make it so teams don't want to come and play here, that they won't get points here. I think that has to be an expectation and something that we strive towards. Like we were saying with the squad that we've got now, we've got a lot of players that can play in a lot of different positions, which it builds competition for spots, which is awesome. We haven't really had that in a few seasons, so it's really exciting, and I'm expecting big things this year.
Wonderful. Sounds like we've got some really high expectations set, some great goals. Good luck for 2017. Looking forward to seeing you on the park, Danny,
Thanks.
and seeing you on the sideline, Jerry. Have a great one.
Cheers.
Thank you.